And looking back, I realized what I did to feel whole. And to feel whole, what I did was I filled holes. If you want to feel whole, you got to feel whole. And I even know what I mean by that. A lot of the time, I should say, what we would identify or think this gap in our self-perception to be the thing that we lack is money. And we like to point at money and blame money for the reason that we don't feel whole, that we aren't happy or whatever. And if it's not money and we're wrong and we get money, what we're going to do with money, as we realize it to be not the thing we needed or wanted to feel better, is use it to try to get away from the truth of what lies inside of that empty space inside of us, as it now arises with greater force. And in that way, yeah, money's a great thing to get to fill your holes, but it'll be on the backside of trying to use it to get away from the emptiness inside of you that gifts you with some reckoning or disaster in your life that forces you to face the truth of what, your problem is. And I don't know what holes you have. I don't know what you need to feel whole. But I do know that to find it, you've got to sit down, stop looking outside of yourself and take it inside and turn around. Realize your mind to be a record of your past and the story you've told yourself through time of the experience you've had, and go back in time and observe yourself as the mind. This is self-awareness. That is consciousness. We've got to become conscious. Go back in time through your mind, where you will find yourself, where you're locked inside of being at the moment, to get back to your heart. And everything that you face as a hurdle on the way there, everything that you could not get rid of, could not understand about the story you've told yourself as you move back in time, will still be in front of you. And now you'll be rested inside of your heart again to feel it. And it will feel like shit, dude. That's why you haven't felt it yet. And you'll have to put words to things you couldn't stand to look at. Things you couldn't accept about yourself and things that happened to you. And find the truth of empathy, now that you will now be rested beside, to accept it as a part of who you are, as a part of your experience. And realize that, what it means to be human is to be a heart being. When over time, when we are a heart being at first in our life, and our mind starts to pile up this story of things that are happening to us, and we start to word our experience and try to understand what's happening, we get lost in our mind and we become a heart thinking, and we disregard our bodily being altogether and leave behind a mess of the things that made that such a great move to make. So, more important than the thing that you do lack, that you probably won't be able to identify until you get behind it, rested in your heart, is much less important than realizing that that's where you need to go to find it. That is, where you need to go is to sit down and stop going anywhere and turn around and go inside of yourself.